Good morning, or well, I guess it's just afternoon. Something that happens 2 or 3 times a year, whatever, unless we have a real bad storm season. It's always sad to see, but got this overhang that wind got a hold of, and it just they start whipping around, and then eventually they fall down. So we're gonna have to fix that, replace that pipe, put it all back together again. This one did actually pretty minimal damage, basically just that one pipe and a couple of drop hoses and a drain. Everything else is in good shape, so we'll get it put back together. Well, this happens sometimes in the spring. It felt firm on top, but obviously it's a little too wet out here to be running around the field with, or this field with equipment. We'll get everything else ready to go, come back in the morning when the ground's frozen, hopefully, and be able to do it then. Good early frosty morning. Sun's just starting to come up. Got the equipment warming up. As soon as it gets light enough to see safely what we're doing, we'll get started on this. Well, looks like the alternator quit on the lift this morning. Not sure what I'm going to do because it's hydraulic, but we need 12 volt power to run the solenoids with the hydraulic torque. So let it charge up a little bit and see if we get something done. Alright, well, we have it apart as far as we need it to be. Vent pipe on the ground. Got our new pipe on the truck. Ready to put it up there. Yeah, you probably saw it slip there. The pipe is really frosty this morning, so it's slippery. Usually you have a really hard time making the chain move on the pipe, but it happened this morning, so reset. We'll try again. Okay, so a couple hours have passed. I'm a terrible cameraman. Battery died. Imagine that. It's a GoPro. And it's warmed up a lot. So it started out at 28 degrees this morning. Now it's like 42. And the ground is turning to muck again. This is why I wanted to get as much done as I could this morning. So to recap, I got both of those pipes back up, cables hooked back up. We still have a lot of little things to wrap up, like the in-gun hose and the sprinkler corner harness. But I got the boom truck out. It's parked over there. The alternator situation. So I checked once it got early enough, or the parts store got opened up. I checked in the town closest to us, and they didn't have any, not even a listing for it. They couldn't cross-reference it, nothing, which I kind of figured was the case. It's not a very common piece of equipment around here. So then I let my boss know, and he checked in town that he was at, and they actually had one on the shelf. So now we're gonna quick swap this alternator out, and then hopefully we can wrap the rest of this repair up. I'm sure we're going to be making a muddy mess, and we probably won't get back out of here again without some assistance, but this is part of working on irrigation in the spring. So get this alternator changed out, and then go from there. And this is why I wanted to get done early this morning. Get on this early this morning. It's springtime. Now we should be able to reach, just barely, but we got there. Well, Zematic got a little carried away with the galvanizing again. It's plugged up, so I gotta get a drill. I'll be back. Drill. Plug hole. A little hint for you: if you don't want your wrist to get ripped off when the drill bit stops, put on the screw mode there, and it allows the slip clutch to slip. Pro tip. it'll drain. That's what this is, just a drain. So when there's water pressure on it, it closes, and when the water pressure goes away, it opens up and it'll self-drain. But they don't work when they plug up the sand. So this harness lets you know where these valves need to be. There's only one way it'll work. And then if you only have one hose, only one hose here, then it needs an elbow. There's two, it needs a T. And contrary to popular opinion, these don't need to be really tight. Just come off on their own. Tightening any of these up yet until we get it all the way on, so I may have to stretch it a little bit. So here there's two hoses on this one, so we need this T. See if we can back out of this mud a little bit. Let's see if we got enough distance here. Hey, the wind's picking up. That's great. So if you look right now, we are not quite lined up. It's because we have a couple of bends, or the pipe goes out, this black pipe. So with a little creative pulling, and then I'll go back down there and we'll wiggle things around and we'll get it long enough. So we can hook it back up. All from the well. It's a fine sand that comes in with the water. There's really no way of not pumping sand. And then what happens is that the water's the slowest out on the end of the irrigator, so it gives the sand a chance to just settle out there. Well, doesn't really look possible to get this hooked up. This pipe is a little short. So, see if I got a splice with. Not. Another trip. Alright, well, I was able to find a splice, put it in there. So everything's mounted back up again. This is the end gun if nobody's seen one of those before. So that throws out an extra 100 feet out past the end of the irrigator where where the irrigator doesn't reach the edge of the field, it can gain a lot more acres that way. I've got some replacement drops here. Cleverly found ones that were the same color so nobody can tell that they were replaced. New drain in down here, so that all works fine. I've got a couple of drops to put in, a couple of bolts to tighten up, a couple of plugs to put in, and that'll be done. Alright, well, looks like we're done here. Got all the bolts tightened up, all the drops on, all the hoses on, drains are all in good, working good. That's a wrap for this one. Well, except I'm still stuck, but we'll deal with that in the morning when the ground is froze again. So, thanks for watching. Oh, one other thing. Somehow today, I managed to squeeze 2 hours of work into just 8 hours. Isn't that great? I think I did a good job.